You ever notice how someone uses all the discipline and tools they need in the marketplace, but none in their main ministry, which is their home? This is Dr. EJ with Car Chronicles for Christians. Let's talk about it. One reason why discipline at work doesn't transfer to the home is because Christ hasn't taken the wheel. It's really that simple. See, you can be a beast at work and a wreck at home because the office will let you stay in control. But at work, principles are merely tools. You use them, you manage them, you measure them. You can be strategic, keep your image, hit your numbers, and nobody ever asks you to die to yourself. They just ask you to perform. And performance is real simple. But when it comes to the personal life, especially marriage, parenting, friendships, integrity, your walk with God, those principles don't just want your effort, they want your full surrender. That's why it's so common to see somebody who believes in systems, accountability, discipline, their calendar is blocked, inbox tight, goals written, numbers tracked, all of those things that we do in the marketplace. Yet at home, they won't apply that structure, the honesty, or the consistency that's needed to see their home progress. Not because they're ignorant, not because they don't understand, but because home doesn't just expose your habits and your performance, it actually exposes your heart. And let me add another layer to that people really don't want to hear. Sometimes they can't change at home because all of their energy has been exerted at work, and by the time they get home, they don't have any more energy. All of their discipline was spent in meetings, all of their patience was in the traffic and the deadlines, and they spent their self-control managing people and their problems. They spent all of their emotional bandwidth being professional. They poured out everything into the performance, and then when they come home, they're completely empty. So when home asks for consistency, it feels like another shift. When your spouse asks for presence, it feels like another demand. When your kids want your attention, it feels like you're being just pulled apart. And that's why those work principles don't automatically transfer. Because at work, you're rewarded for output. But at home, you're required to pour. And pouring costs energy that you just don't have left. That's also why the same person who can lock in for a boss won't lock in for their family. Not always because they don't care, but just again, their tank is on E. But here's the truth. Being depleted doesn't cancel responsibility. It just exposes what you're fueling yourself with. Because if your whole life is built around giving your best away from home, then home will always get your leftovers. And over time, your lack of energy becomes a lifestyle and a justification and then a pattern. At work, change is strategic. Let's pivot, let's optimize, let's adjust. You can upgrade your process without ever confronting your pride. But with God, change is surrender. Jesus didn't say optimize yourself. He said deny yourself. And Paul didn't say I improve with Christ. He said, I am crucified with Christ. That's not a productivity plan. That's a funeral. And here's the part where most people miss. The reason growth feels easier professionally than spiritually is because one builds skill and the other crucifies self. Skill says, I can learn this, I can do this. Crucifixion says, I must let this go. And that's where control gets really exposed, because control is sneaky. Control will show up in your house like, I'm right, they should know, I don't need to apologize, that's just how I am. Control will keep you consistent at work and inconsistent in private, because in private, you have to face you, and you have to face people who automatically know you. At work, accountability is usually external. Your boss, your team, your clients, the clock. But at home and with God, accountability gets personal. It asks for confession. It asks for forgiveness and humility. It asks you to tell the truth when nobody is grading you. And if we're honest, that's why some people love principles but really avoid the Jesus that transforms them. So here's the real question today. Where are you still the CEO, and where is Jesus actually Lord of your life? When the suit comes off, when the mask drops, and God is still there asking for your heart, the question is, will you show up the way that you're supposed to be at home like you do in the marketplace? Just something to think about. Hey, if you like this content, go ahead and like, follow, share, and subscribe for your next Car Chronicles moment. This is Dr. EJ. I love you. I'm out. Peace.